In some ways, does this game feel like it's almost going to be a championship game, playing against the number 1 seed?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think for us, it's a massive game to get to the Eastern Conference Final again is huge. Really, really proud of the effort of the guys and the way they played and the way they have all season. I think the way the players have conducted themselves throughout the course of the season, they deserve enormous credit for sure.
What exactly is it you think that has kept you guys from getting a point against this Louisville team?
I think we've been unlucky, and I think there's been instances where we've had chances and we just haven't managed to take them. So I think there's been instances in the game, big turning points. So I think for us, it's making sure we focus on the game and go in there knowing what their strengths are and some of the areas that we want to try and get at. They'll obviously be doing the same with us, so it should be a really exciting game. I think in any environment where you have the number 1 against the number 2 seed, it's great. So it should be a really, really exciting game for everyone to watch. So we can't wait for the game.
How much do you tell them about the previous 4 matches against them, or do you kind of clean that slate and this is just kind of a 1 game?
No, I mean it's the same when you beat somebody, so many times it all goes out the window. It's a one-off game. I think when we approached the game against Charleston, the game against Richmond, we weren't looking at the league. I mean, how many times we played them or what's going on. I think for us, it's focusing on what you can control, which is training and performance. So our focus will be making sure we train well. We've had a great day today, great intensity, and that's something that we want for the rest of the week.
I think there's a mental aspect that comes into play with playing a team you've never beaten that wouldn't be playing someone else.
The only mental aspect should be full of determination and full of desire. That would be my expectation, and I know that's the players' expectation. I think it's a final, it's a one-off game. For us, it's something we're really looking forward to. We've worked really hard to get there. So again, our focus is just completely on that game on Sunday.
I know 1 game at a time, but how awesome would it be to bring it back to here and be in the championship game at the Sluggard?
Well, obviously that would be tremendous. I mean, I think to be able to do that would be, a huge achievement. But equally, New York will have the same aspirations. They will want to beat us, and they want to have it in New York. I mean, it's part of the game. For us, our focus has to be on Sunday and making sure we go and we give a strong performance. That's our complete focus at the moment.
You guys are the only independent club left out of the 4 teams. I mean, what do you think that says about that? You only started up 2 years ago. You don't have an MLS roster to play from, but you've made it this far.
It speaks volumes about what the club has achieved. I think, the last 2 years, we've been in the Eastern Conference Final twice. We're the only independent club that's left. So it just shows you the quality of players that we have here. I think it's not something that should ever be taken for granted. It's a really competitive league. You see the way the league is going, the teams that are coming in. You've got 4 teams, and there's 3 that are MLS owned or operated, if you like. So it's a huge achievement, and I think sometimes it can be taken for granted and maybe not fully understood. And the quality that we have here, and I think it's important that we get out now on Sunday and we go and we make sure we give a really strong performance. And we're excited. We're looking forward to the game for sure.
A number of the Red Bulls players are from their MLS squad. They have now Brandon Allen and a few others. I mean, has playing against guys who have that much MLS experience, does that change how you look at things?
No, I think it's a challenge. I think obviously when you have MLS squads that can go back and forth, you've got players that can be involved with the first team and then play in the second team. I think it's a challenge for us and it's a challenge for the players. But I feel as if we've got players that are capable of playing in the MLS. I really do. I look at the quality that we have. I've got great respect for our guys, and I'm looking forward to it. I think everybody is going to expect New York to win the game. Nobody expects us to do anything. So that's fine. We'll see Sunday. We'll see how the game goes Sunday.
Is there anything big you guys are looking to change from what you did against Charleston and Richmond?
Not really. I think the performance against Charleston was very strong, very professional. Really pleased. I thought we dealt with their threats really well. I thought we were looking at to score more goals, to be honest. I thought we could have nicked a couple more goals. So I think for us now, our focus needs to be on training. We need to go through some tactical stuff in training and make sure that we're aware, and then equally go and play the game on Sunday and not the occasion. I think that's something we've done really well in both the games with Richmond and Charleston. We focused on the game and played the game and not let the occasion get to us, which would be the same on Sunday.
When you have this kind of talk of revenge, though, I mean, is that something as a coach that you think is a good motivator, or would you just rather kind of not have that?
I don't think it's revenge. We're certainly not looking for any type of revenge. I think we're looking to give a strong performance. I think people will come up and say, okay, you haven't beat them, you haven't done this or that. I'm not interested. It was like when we with Charleston or with Richmond, when we played Richmond, they were saying Richmond hadn't beaten us. Or all that goes out the window. Once the playoffs start, you see in the Western Conference there's teams that are capable of beating teams, and seeds like sort of higher seeds are knocking lower seeds out. I think once you get into the playoffs, everything goes out the window. It's a one-off game, and your focus needs to be very much on that game.
Everyone looks healthy this week?
Yeah, no, thankfully everyone is good to go. I think, from my point, it's going to be difficult. I was hoping to sneak on the bench, but I don't think I'm going to be able to this weekend.
Next week.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, well, let's win first.